So hello everybody, welcome back. I hope that you like this video and you find it helpful somehow. And anyway, grab your coffee and your notebook because you might need it. And if you wanted to share one with me, you will add it. Links for that down below. And here we go. So, I have been watching with my daughter a lot of videos that are funny pranks and things like this. And reason being is that she likes this type of video in which mistakes are funny, kind of thing. And so she has been scared a little bit about some of these mistakes, and so she is asking me why these things happen and things like this. And so I decided to talk to you about that topic today. So first of all, you might want to watch the same type of videos so that you can see physically what happened. And then you might be able to talk to your family about these things, especially if you are the one who cooks or you are the one who understands what is going on, because most people do not understand what is going on. So for example, there was one of the fails. It was one woman that she was cutting a watermelon, and she is saying repeatedly that this is a huge cucumber. And this goes to tell you that the people that are now going to be in charge of the offspring, or at least part of the society in the future, are people that have no touch with a lot of realities, because probably they are either too busy or they don't have somebody that teaches them. Now, for a lot of people, like me, it's a situation in which you want to laugh, but you also want to cry. Because if you are a teacher, or if you have some sort of idea of what is going on, you seriously want to do both. That's why my channel, is like this, because I'm always making fun of things, because it is better to laugh than to cry. However, understand that it is a situation in which you are not laughing at the people, but you are laughing because that is better than crying. So for example, I have mentioned this before in the failing type of videos, that there are people out there, 20-year-old people, that if you ask them, are farmers wrong, and are farmers evil, and are farmers the cause of global warming and things like this, and these people actually say yes, punish them, to the farmers. So you seriously, you don't know what to do. As a teacher, I don't know what to do sometimes, because I try and I try and I try telling people why things are the way that they are, and people misunderstand them some of the times, probably because they are not ready. So several things that you have to understand about these things, this topic in general. The number one will be that people will post all of these things online, and they might regret it later, but is one of those things. So the rule number one, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, a lot of people are going to lose their eyes, and they are going to do it at the parties. The reason being, ignorance and foolish people they keep pressing the birthday parties, birthday girl or boy or whatever it is, into the cake. I don't need to tell you that there are a lot of cakes that have a lot of things in them, especially when they have 2 floors or more. They are made with plastic tubes, like toothpaste or other pieces. And if you happen to press that against your eye, you just destroy the whole party. So please, the first thing that I will tell you right off the bat, that one is not even funny. I swear, it's just not even funny. Try to imagine that you're going to a party, and because you want to laugh or you want to have a video that have a lot of likes or whatever, in which you are making fun of somebody else, by the way, then you ended up recording an accident from which the person that is being held down against the cake can actually sue you later on and destroy you. And not only that, but what are you going to do when everybody else looks at you and they tell you that you're evil? And then you're shown by everybody else just because you wanted to have a laugh. So the first thing, every single time that you go into a party, if you see anyone trying to put the head of somebody else into a cake, stop them. Stop them before it's too late. It is not funny to lose the eyes of somebody. It just isn't. I have seen those type of videos, and I swear, not funny. But if people continue to think it is funny, then they're going to continue to do it. And you gotta stop them because you know better. If you're watching this video kind of thing and you are in the process of wanting to learn, you know better. They don't know, but you do. So now that you do, you have a responsibility to try to teach other people and help the situation. Stop it. Just stop it. You might actually save somebody else's eye and somebody else's life on the process. Because if you're going to have somebody that's going to sue you, like your best friend or something like this, because you accidentally took their eyeballs out because of a joke, then you're going to destroy everything. So don't. Next one, it was a thing about every single thing that was made out of glass, like pots and trays for baking and things like this, and glasses that were made for doing stuff like cupcakes and things like this. They all break. And my daughter was looking at me like, Mom, we used to have those, then why do they break? And I said, yeah, we used to have those, by the way. And they did last us a long time, and they were mine, and I was going to keep them for myself. But then my mom said, oh no, you're not doing that, because I know I can cook and I know myself, but you are not getting that. And so my mom took my things that made out of glass, and then she sold them. Against my will, by the way, because I really know how to do those things, and I really think I can do it. Also, I absolutely love how the food, you can see what is being cooked and all of these things. But at the end of the day, there is a lot of people that will be scared about these type of containers. They have their use, and if you were to buy the kitchen agenda that I have in Gumroad, links for that down below, by the way, you will have noticed that the container materials in which you're cooking they have a reason to be. So for example, if you are cooking with copper pans is different than cooking with iron cast type of pan. And then you will also notice that one is different from ceramic type. By the way, the ceramic type also breaks, and they are very expensive, by the way. And the reason being is that materials are different type of resistance to heat, meaning they will consume less fuel or more fuel, and it will affect the timing of the cooking, because sometimes you don't want to cook that fast, and sometimes you don't want to cook that slow kind of thing. And so the material that you choose it because you also know how to handle that one. So for example, if you put the fire near something made out of copper, that thing is going to be very, very, very hot within seconds. And this might actually burn you. And so a lot of people don't understand when this is why I told you that we need foundation books. Foundation books are the ones that are kind of like agendas and things like this that tells you, hey, if you're going to cook and you're going to become a master chef later, or at least you want to be a good cooking assistant, you need to understand, why did your mom pick that pot and not the other one? Yeah, it's not because it is pretty. Most people that have never been into a kitchen or something like this go kind of like, yeah, it's because it's pretty. No, it's not because it's pretty. It's because of the time of the cooking process, and it is because of the fuel consumption, and it is also because of the element that you are cooking. Some pans and things, really, if you put certain things on them, yeah, you're looking for a fire, or you're looking for huge trouble. And so in these prank videos, a lot of the videos are about these things breaking. And so my daughter asked, like I said, why are they breaking? I mean, seriously, if it is hot and you're putting it to the fire and it already contains water inside, then why the hell will it break? Reason being, if the glass is hot on the inside, it is going to be hot and it's okay. And it won't melt because it is a special type of glass. This is called tempered type of glass. It's kind of like the same difference between glass from your car and glass from the one that you drink water from, and the glass from something else like a window. They are different types of glass. Not all glass is the same. Just like not all plastics are the same. And at this point, tempered glass, as in the jars, even if you are canning and you finish processing and you put it all into a table like this, it's not going to break. However, let's say that there is a cold breeze. There, boom. Or let's say that you drop one drop of water, just one, boom. Reason being, well, despite the fact that it is hot, once you take it out of the fire, it is no longer like this, and it's going to be an issue. So this is also why you need to understand how to handle materials. See, you're not supposed to pour water into containers when they are in the pot unless you know what you're doing. And you gotta understand that there are certain things that go with the situation. But generally speaking, the rule is, as soon as you finish anything glass, if it is hot, you take this. Just take a piece of cloth, dry, and put it there. That's it. And then wait until that thing cools down. And now, how long will it take to cool down? God knows. Depends upon the thing, and depends upon a lot of things. But never. There are a lot of people that are used to, like, okay, I'm going to take this thing, took the food out, and then I'm going to put it into the sink. No, even if it is metal, it can bend, it can be destroyed. You gotta wait until that thing cools down, period. If you don't, breaking that thing or bending that thing will be the consequences. And if it breaks, I don't need to tell you that you're going to be cleaning up a mess. And so that's why it is funny, because people have to clean up the messes. I swear, cleaning up the mess is just one of those things that you go, why do I have to clean? I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people that go, cleaning, I'm so happy. I'm not one of them. So, no, seriously, just, there is people that actually will bend their frustration like, I'm cleaning this thing. Yeah. Not me. And anyway, so beware. Anything hot, no, do not touch it with water. Next one is people flipping uh, certain things and then the whole thing catching fire. And some of them do not catch fire, but people throw them. It's like, I'm going to do this, and some of them will fall into the ground and not catch fires, but some of them you just do like this and fire. And then my daughter says, why some of them catch fire and the other ones don't? And then I'm like, yeah, that's because some of these things have oil. And oil is and my daughter says, fuel. Of course. So, what happens when you are taking fuel with something hot and then you are just tossing it around and messing it around? Of course it's going to catch fire. So, seriously, no. If you're going to flip things, you have to make sure that the whole thing does not contain oil on it. If it contains oil, for whatever reason, the risk of fire is very high. So seriously, stop it. Just don't. I mean, am I telling you not to flip things and not to risk it? I mean, come on, seriously. Everybody wants to do it. It's like a fun thing to do. And it, and if the thing is on the roof because you go kind of like, yeah, I tossed it, but it's not going down. Yeah. Everybody goes through that. However, if you're, I swear, those are the most funny ones. It's because, yeah. This is also one of the reasons why I don't do them because, yeah. I already know that I suck in handling things. I mean, I can barely handle a knife and things like this, and that is because I have no choice. Because otherwise, I will probably not be doing this. Because it's not my best quality. So, but seriously, there are people that just, I swear, just no. And so, like I said, if it has oil, please understand, if you put 1 drop of oil, boom, into an electrical kitchen, it will catch fire. And if it is an electrical kitchen, then you will have a lot of problems. If it is a propane thing that has the fire on it, you might be able to plug it, turn it off, because it is propane and the whole thing doesn't have anything to burn anymore. But if it is electrical, then, by the way, that electrical fire, when we used to have, I don't know, I think it was 12 people living here, 12, 15 people living here, every single day there was a small fire because the girls or the boys started to learn how to fry an egg, and they will throw the oil, cool oil, into hot oil, or they will put something in there and then they will splash or stuff like this. This is also why you need to know what to do in case of a fire. Then there was a girl that had something that she burned, and the thing was not on fire, but because of the smoke, it was really, really, really bad, the smoke, by the way. It set off the fire alarm. And so she panicked, and she just put the pan back in where the thing was there, and it catch fire because she take it out and it was not on fire. But then she placed it in, and it had oil, and of course at this point the heat just turned it into a fire. And then she was going everywhere with the thing, saying, what the hell do I do? What the hell do I do? What the hell do I do? I mean, I know I'm not supposed to pour water, because the first thing that she did was she wanted to pour the water in it from the sink. Now, there are several things that you can do. So I'm going to tell you what my mom does, but my mom is an extreme expert. I swear to God, the woman is, oh God. The woman is a maniac, and she's a goddess of the kitchen thing. I swear, she is my mom. So I'm going to tell you what my mom told me to do. She said, don't be scared and one time I actually got the whole thing on fire, and my mom said, take it and pour all of the water in. Like, open the sink and pour the whole thing on the water and step back. Now, because the water is not one drop, but it is actually pouring. It's like you going into a lake and throwing something that is on fire on the lake. The water is just too much. And so my mom, that's one way to do it. And that is if she told me very clearly, don't do it if you don't understand what you're doing. But if the fire is small, like this size, you can do it. However, if the fire is like this and you have too much oil, like huge amounts of oils, then don't. The other way to handle this thing is there is a video that you can actually see from the British Fire Department. By the way, this video is on YouTube, so what you have to do is put British Fire Department, and they have they have a lot of methods of dealing with a lot of things. They even place it. The ad is an ad on TV, and they will tell you that you take a cloth with a little bit of water on it, not soaked. Like, if it has water, just do like this. Make sure that it doesn't have any kind of water left. And this thing, that it is humid. Just, by the way, it has to be big. Then just place it on top of the fire. This will quench the fire because it will have no oxygen, and also because the temperature will help it. As in, it will cool it down. And then the video shows you that after you have done this, you step back and you call the fire department. Now, they also show you in the video. By the way, at this point, if you are the type of person that gets scared, oh my god, you're going to be, oh god, because they show you failure to understand what to do when you have a fire in your house will end up in you being like this, because the vapors, they melted a woman's face, and she needed plastic surgery to recover from the fire. And then the thing says, call the fire department immediately, because you do not know if the fire will be extinguished or not, and also you might need first aid, and you do not know, because that is another thing. When you have a problem in the kitchen, like a cut or a fire burn or something like this, you don't know up until the next day. And so better check it out now when you can get treatment, and wait until the next day when you go, oh yeah, I think I need stitches now. Just seriously. So be careful about that. And so the next one is about devices that people are trying to put together. And it is, yeah, my daughter compared it to a robot being assembled by an alien. And the robot is supposed to look human, but now it looks like a monsters coming from a mucus place, like a mucus place, as in like slime, because the robot doesn't even move, and the eyes are in the feet and things like this. and so seriously, if you do not know how to put together certain devices like blenders and things like this, you may actually cause an accident. So let me explain. I have told you before, the blenders, you gotta separate them to clean them. And there are a lot of devices in your kitchen that you gotta separate them so that you can clean them. And when you're placing them together, you can actually break them, or if they don't fit, you will have issues. Also, if they need O-rings, a lot of devices, my god, seriously, in the kitchen is insane. You need a lot of O-rings. And if you don't have the O-rings, or you don't place the O-rings where they are supposed to go, you turn the whole thing on, and then it goes boom. Not explosion, but like the liquids, blenders or mixing things, the liquids will go boom and throw away the cap, and now you have to clean the roof, the 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 the, the, the counter, and you gotta clean everything. Because, oh, and by the way, if that liquid gets into the sockets for the electricity, now you have a fire. And it is because you didn't know how to press the blender or how to put it together. There are things that you gotta read the manual. The next one will be, I swear, there were the teens. These teens were, I think, probably over 19. They were asking, why is it that they are cooking and the water is outside the pot and it is into the electrical kitchen? So try to imagine this is an electrical counter, right? An electrical counter, and this whole thing has water on it because it is getting outside of the pan. Please shut the electricity down at that second, immediately. Just shut it down, because it's electrical and it has water on it and it has heat on it, and you can also have other ingredients in there. The recipe for disaster. So I gotta go because my mom just arrived, and so anyway, I will continue doing these videos. If you want me to do any kind of videos, please let me know in the comment section, and see you again soon.